Alright, now we have this more complicated problem where they give you two givens, which is sine x equals to 3 over 5, and 0 is less than x, and x is less than pi over 2. So the first thing we want to do is graph this point. So to graph it, we're just going to make a line, and we're going to think, when is x greater than 0? X is only greater than 0 in the first quadrant and the fourth quadrant. So let's make those two dots. And it's also telling you that x is less than pi over 2. Now, pi over 2 in the unit circle is 90 degrees. So we know for a fact that this triangle is in the first quadrant. Now we just have to think, what are these sides? So they're giving us sine x equals to 3 over 5. What does SOHCAHTOA tell you? Sine is opposite over hypotenuse. So it would be 3 and the hypotenuse is 5. Now you have to find this angle. So to find this angle, since this is a 90 degrees, we're going to need to do a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So x squared plus 3 squared equals 5 squared. Now when you do this math, it would be x squared equals 25 minus 9, which would be 16, and then x equals to 4. So we know that this is 4. Now we have to figure out what sine of theta is, which they already give us that, so it's 3 over 5. Then cosine of x, which is adjacent over hypotenuse, so 4 over 5, and tangent x, which is opposite over adjacent, so 3 over 4. Now they want us to find cosine 2x and sine 2x. Well, when there's a 2 in front of the x in a trig function, there's one formula for each one. So for cosine, the formula would be 1 minus 2 sine 2x equals to 1 minus 2 sine x squared. That is the formula for cosine. And then the formula for sine is 2 sine x times cosine x. Now we can go ahead and solve for both of them. So let's do sine first. Sine 2x, now we plug in the formula, equals to 2 sine x cosine x. We know this because of the double angle formula. Alright, so 2, and then what is sine? 3 over 5. And then you have to multiply sine times cosine, which was 4 over 5. Now in multiplication, we always just multiply straight across, so I like to put the lonely number over 1 just to make it easier for us. So 2 times 3 is 6, times 4 equals to 24, and then 1 times 5 is 5, times 5 is 25. So sine 2x equals to 24 over 25. Now let's solve for cosine 2x. We'll place the double angle formula, which is 1 minus 2 sine x squared. So 1 minus 2, and then we plug in what sine was, which is 3 over 5. But there's this over here, so you have to square whatever is inside these parentheses. So we would equal out to be 1 minus 2 times 9 over 25. Now we have to multiply the negative 2 times what's in the parentheses, which will equal out to be 1 minus 18 over 25. And now to subtract fractions, you always have to find the LCD, which in this case would be 25. So we're going to multiply the numerator and the denominator both by 25, so we can have the same denominator and be able to subtract. So this would equal out to be 25 over 25 minus 18 over 25, which equals out to be 7 over, that's a positive 7, 25. So cosine 2x equals 7 over 25. Thank you for watching.